We officially have massive confirmed Mortal Kombat 2 updates. New updates have finally revealed some exclusive details. Insiders are already teasing the wildest fights in the franchise, fresh fatalities are being hinted at, major character deaths are on the table, and recent updates even say there's a new soundtrack being done for the movie, but that's just some of the updates we have. Because the news gets crazier as we go. First up, the freshest and most recent news, composer Benjamin Wallfisch himself. The man behind the score for the first Mortal Kombat film sat down in an interview, and what he revealed about Mortal Kombat 2's music is a complete game changer. Wallfisch confirmed that he and director Simon McQuoid made a bold creative decision. They're throwing out the Techno Syndrome safety net and going completely fresh with the sequel's soundtrack. On the red carpet for his new movie Predator Badlands, reports said Wallfisch talked about the mindset he and McQuoid have going into Mortal Kombat 2's music. They're building a whole new lineup of bangers to match the sequel's insane action. Mortal Kombat 2 is operating on a much greater scale, which understandably requires a change of thinking for the soundtrack. He also said, "Oh my gosh, it's an amazing movie, Mortal Kombat 2, and I am so excited for people to see it because it's on a much bigger scale than the first film. The first film was on a huge scale, but this is a whole new level. It's a very ambitious story, there are many more characters, the stakes are much higher, and yeah, there are some brand new character themes for sure." It was a much more ambitious thing to do musically because in the first movie, I really wanted to see what we could squeeze out of that Techno Syndrome riff and to really make that like my core source of material. And Simon and I were like, okay, we've done that now. Let's just free ourselves from that idea and let's just write a movie score that's completely fresh. So that's what we did for the second installment. But that's not even the craziest update we have. Let's talk about what's going to have fans absolutely losing their minds and possibly their favorite characters. Lewis Tan, who plays Cole Young, sat down with Comic Book recently and dropped a truth bomb that's going to shake the fandom to its core. Nobody is safe in this movie. Tan revealed that throughout the different versions of the script, different characters met their end, and by the final cut, the body count is staggering. His exact words, "They should be worried for everyone, to be honest." In different versions of the script, different people died. I was like, no way. Then they changed it and switched it. By the end of it, nobody is safe, anybody could die. And there are a lot of fatalities in the second movie. Tan didn't stop there. He went on to say that some fans are going to be thrilled, some are going to be shocked, and yes, some are going to be really pissed off when their favorite character gets finished. This is funny because people who went to the test screening confirmed that Cole Young, the controversial original character, reportedly dies within the first 20 minutes. A lot of Mortal Kombat fans and people in my comments were cheering for this. Fans have been hoping for this, apparently because it will allow the film to focus entirely on game-accurate fighters. Let me know what you think in the comments. But here's the twist that might ease the pain. Death is only the beginning in the Mortal Kombat universe. The film is diving deep into the franchise's lore about spirits, the Netherrealm, and resurrection, which means death doesn't always mean gone forever. This opens the door for characters who died in the first film. Ed Boon himself teased that the Netherrealm and sorcery give the filmmakers creative freedom to bring back fallen warriors. Quan Chi, played by Damon Harriman, is the necromancer pulling strings from the shadows, and his dark magic could be the key to some shocking resurrections, which I will talk more about later. Now let's dive into what Lewis Tan had to say about his own fight scenes, because this is where things get absolutely insane. Tan confirmed he has an epic fight sequence in Mortal Kombat 2 that took 3 full weeks to film, and he's calling it one of the bloodiest, bone-crunching battles in the entire movie. He wouldn't reveal who he's fighting, but he teased that once fans find out, they'll understand why it's so significant. What makes this fight even more exciting is the location. Tan said it takes place in one of his favorite video game locations, a spot with a cool design that fans of the franchise will instantly recognize. The fight isn't just about spectacle either. It's packed with character special moves that we didn't see in the first film. Remember, at the end of the original movie, Cole had just discovered his powers. In the sequel, he's leveled up. Tan emphasized that viewers will get to see new abilities and techniques that showcase Cole's growth as a fighter. And when Tan says this fight is in his top 3 for brutality, you know it's going to be a savage, no-holds-barred showcase of everything Mortal Kombat is known for. Producer Todd Garner made sure to listen to fan feedback from the first film, and one of the biggest requests was more over-the-top action. The sequel delivers on that promise in a major way. Tan confirmed that the creative team really allowed them to run wild with the fight core. And finally, he confirmed the action was a little bit held back for the first movie in many ways, especially the way it was edited, which is great news. But these aren't even the craziest news we got, because later there is a big twist coming. But before that, we need to get this out of the way. Real quick guys, spoilers ahead, but if you are a Mortal Kombat fan from the games, this isn't that surprising. Other confirmed deaths include King Jared. We saw him getting struck by Shao Kahn, and exclusive insider reports say Sindel dies too, initially killed by Sonya's stage fatality, but resurrected by Quan Chi as a revenant, just like in the games. Test screening attendees report that Jax dies too. All deaths are okay so far, but even more shocking is Liu Kang's confirmed death. Multiple sources confirm that Ludi Lin's Liu Kang does die in the movie. Let me know what you guys think about this. But let's shift gears for a second, because while everyone's hyping up Karl Urban's Johnny Cage, there's another character who's playing just as massive a role in this story, and that's Katana, Adeline Rudolph, who's bringing the Princess of Outworld to life. Sat down with Entertainment Weekly in October 2025 and made it crystal clear. Katana isn't just fan service or a side character. Her storyline is interwoven directly into Johnny Cage's arc throughout the entire film. Rudolph explained that when she first read the script, she was struck by how the narrative balances two worlds, Earthrealm and Outworld, and Katana's journey is constantly intersecting with Johnny's. Director Simon McQuoid confirmed that if they were going to add more female fighters to the sequel, Katana and Jade were the obvious choices. Bringing in Katana and Jade was an easy win for the sequel. Reportedly, they carry the story, but Jade's bald look carries a whole different kind of threat. She looks like she punches before she talks. But don't worry guys, because they will apparently have a good reason for this. Now let's talk about why this movie is going to feel like the Mortal Kombat fans have been begging for since day one. Director Simon McQuoid also addressed one of the biggest criticisms of the 2021 film head-on. The first movie was more about world building and introducing Cole Young's origin story. It set up the lore, the characters, and the stakes, but it didn't deliver the tournament that the franchise is literally named after. Mortal Kombat 2 changes that completely. McQuoid confirmed at New York Comic-Con that the sequel features twice as many fight scenes as the first film, and the tournament itself serves as the structural backbone for every character's journey. He explained that all of the fighters, whether they're defending Earthrealm or fighting for Outworld, have to navigate their arcs through the tournament. The creative team wanted to present this in a visually massive and engaging way while maintaining the diversity and variety that Mortal Kombat is famous for. He also said, "We need to be telling a story on the margins where there is just as much exciting stuff happening outside of the tournament as inside of the tournament, so you're never bored, and both of these stories are moving the movie forward." Let me know what you guys think about this. You reports say, recently Simon McQuoid confirmed that Mortal Kombat 2 will have special moments exclusively designed for IMAX audiences, giving fans even more reason to see it on the biggest screen possible. The film was crafted with a scope and scale that demands that premium format, and McQuoid has been vocal about wanting viewers to feel fully immersed in the realms, the fights, and the chaos. The production team, including director of photography Stephen F. Winden from the Fast and Furious franchise, built the film to be a visual powerhouse, with Benjamin Wallfish's completely fresh score pumping through the sound system, twice as many fight scenes, and a tournament that finally delivers on the franchise's promise. This is shaping up to be the definitive Mortal Kombat big screen experience. In late October 2025, Warner Bros. Made another announcement. The release date was being moved up again, this time from May 15 to May 8, 2026. This puts Mortal Kombat 2 on Mother's Day weekend in the United States, a prime box office slot with minimal competition. The new May 8 date positions the film to dominate theaters with a multi-week run before other major summer releases arrive. Deadline reported that research screenings for Mortal Kombat 2 have been strong, with Warner Bros. And New Line shifting the date to help it reach the widest possible audience and make the most possible money. Ed Boon, the co-creator of the Mortal Kombat games, has been heavily involved and described the sequel as a feast of Easter eggs for fans, with nods to the games woven throughout. Boon said the intensity of the film is crazy, and it absolutely lives up to what fans are expecting and demanding. Karl Urban's portrayal of Johnny Cage brings a fresh take on the character, depicting him as a very dispirited, washed-up actor at the beginning, who transforms into a true champion of Earthrealm by the end. Let me know what you think about all this. Smash that like button right now and subscribe to stay locked in for every update, trailer breakdown, and exclusive reveal as we get closer to May 8, 2026.